Hey there, you flight junkies. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. We're down at our Florida training field here, and I thought I'd make a quick video about kiting. I have a lot of different videos about kiting out there already. Forward launch, reverse launch, how to tie in for the reverse launch, and pre-kiting, which is definitely one you don't want to miss. That one could save your life. So watch that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do by clicking the button below, and you'll get all of my videos. We make videos all the time. But I really want to put an emphasis on the kiting. When you come in for training here, I'm going to be working side by side with you, teaching you the hardest thing about powered paragliding. The hardest thing is not up in the air. Anybody can do that, you know. You want to turn right, you pull right, nice and slow. You want to turn left, you pull left, nice and slow. You want to go up, you give it the throttle. You want to back down, you know, you start coming down. So, I mean, up in the air, you can be, you know, not the smartest guy and still fly. Now, aerobatics, that's a different thing. But it's very easy to fly once you're in the air. The hardest part, and landings too. Landings are easy. Everybody lands. But listen, the hardest thing is learning to launch. And if you master the kiting, you've mastered the launches. So if you just come in here, take the training, and I teach you how to fly, and I teach you how to kite, and I get you in the air, and I even assist you on your first one so that you don't have to worry about mastering the kiting at first. I start getting you in the air so you can start getting, you know, a little less anxious about the sky and what's going to happen. So you don't have to master the kiting before I start putting you in the air, as long as we've been through the ground school and the simulator and the safety videos and all the other stuff that's in my syllabus. I can start assisting you into the air. But the primary thing that we're going to be doing when you're down here, that's the most time-consuming part, is the kiting. And once you've mastered the kiting, and it's nothing more than getting the wing up over your head. Once you get it over your head, there's only one more feature to add, right here. Get on that throttle. It's going to help you run, and you're off the ground before you can have a problem. And getting that wing centered. Well, it might look easy in the videos, but it's actually quite a challenge sometimes. In fact, don't get discouraged if you're not getting it right off the bat. I would say my average student takes about 4 or 5 hours before I have to stop fixing his wing every time he pulls it. Now, when you come in here, we've been sort of accused of being sort of military, but I believe in just getting all the bad stuff out of you right away. So as you come in and you start to kite, I'm going to show you everything that you're doing wrong, and we get you to eliminate it. And that way, there's nothing left but good. And pretty soon, before you know it, in about 4 or 5 hours, you're pulling the wing up, you're turning around, you're running, you're looking at it, you're keeping it straight. Now listen, if you leave here, and the only time you spend with that training harness on and kiting, you are never going to progress at the rate you should. If you really want your launches to come out good, have less failed launches, and just make it look really good, you're going to have to spend some time kiting. I want you to do the math here for a second. When I come out to fly, the first thing I do is pre-kite my wing. And you'll see why in my other video, pre-kiting. Not only does that save your life, but it sets the wing up for the launch. I will actually only spend, it only takes me about 30 seconds. Watch how long it takes me to pre-kite this wing. Now, I've opened it up, I've stretched out my lines, and I'm going to pre-kite it. So you'll notice, if you start counting right now, that it doesn't take me a long time to start looking at my wing, seeing that the lines are straight, seeing that I got it into the wind, and I'm going to lay it down. And step in. I would then lay my risers down, and I'd be ready for the launch. Now, this wing does make kiting easy. It's a Power Atlas. It launches extremely easy. So does our Air Design Easy Glider. So it kind of makes you look like a pro from the beginning. It does make life a lot simpler when you have a good wing that launches super easy, and this one does. So that pops up. We got about a 2 or 3 mile an hour breeze here, and it still comes up real nice. But in that time that it was up there, which was only about maybe 30 seconds, I was able to check out the lines, check out the wing, get positive wind direction and get it flying level, and then lay it down. So now that all I have to do is get in my motor, walk up to it, connect, and go. However the wing hit the ground is the way it's going to come up. Most people don't pre-kite, and when they don't, they have to fix all of that wing that's not coming up right on the run. More chances to trip, more chances to fall. That's not what I teach. Pre-kite your wing. It'll also save your life. Watch the other video. But again, let's say I spent a full minute Okay, I want you to do the math here. Let's suppose it took me a full minute to do that. And I go to get in my harness, I get in my motor, I come back over here again, and let's say while I'm connected to it, I bounce it off the ground and I don't like the way it looks, so I quickly lay it back down. And I bounce it a few more times, and then okay, I see a good wing coming up level, and I turn around and I take the launch. Let's say I kite with the motor on my back for another minute. That's still only 1 minute of pre-kiting and 1 minute of actual kiting with the motor on my back. So I got 2 minutes on each time I launch. Now let's suppose you're the type of guy that can get away from his work and away from his schedule, and you have perfect weather every day. And you can go out there 7 days a week. That's only 2 minutes a night of pre-kiting. If the only time that you come out and spend any time with that wing is on the times that you're gonna go flying, even if you flew every day, that's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 minutes. Let's be generous and give it 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes of kiting is worth 1 week worth of experience launching. It's worth a week's worth of launches every day. A half an hour, 2 weeks. A full hour, if you can come out and just kite for 1 hour during your busy schedule in 1 week, you have mastered a month's worth of experience with launching. You do the math on that one? Think of how fast you're going to progress if you can come out for 1 or 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours. If you can come out for 3 hours in 1 week, kite for an hour here, a couple days later, kite for another hour. I'm talking with just a training hour. You've got 3 months of kiting in 1 week experience. So if you get 3 months in 1 week and you do 3 hours a week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you got a full year's worth of experience. If you can come out for the first month and kite for 3 hours a week, you have a full year's worth of experience of launching. Do the math. If you leave here, you'll never get any better. You'll struggle with your launches. You'll run this way, you'll run that way, because you haven't had enough time doing the most important thing. What you come in, get here for training is not sufficient to carry you through all the time. It's a continual learning process. You have to keep going. I tell students this while they're in for training. And if you sit out there and you don't progress, you're just going to look terrible at it. That's not going to be a good reflection on me. They're going to blame me for not teaching you something. I'm telling you right now, you don't spend time trying kiting, you are never going to look any better, and you're going to struggle with your launches. Come out, try it for an hour a week minimum, and stay on it, especially after you get done with the training and go home. I hope this has been helpful to you. Subscribe to our channel. You'll get all of our videos all of the time. We train free of charge in all 50 states. A lot of dealers did not want you to find that out. And they absolutely don't want you to know the difference in the quality of equipment. So check that other video out on the front page of my website. And that's called Powered Paraglider Scam Warnings Equipment. If you want to see everything that you're not going to get on any other brand, there is a complete 1 hour video, it's 50 minutes long, on the front page of my website. I'm wearing a white shirt. It's called Powered Paraglider Scam Warnings Equipment. That's one thing they didn't want you to find, and they definitely didn't want you to hook up with me. My videos are about teaching and about keeping you safe and about making you look good and having great success with this. It's an amazing sport. It's addictive. You'll become a flight junkie sooner or later. I hope to join you. Come on down, give me a call 7 days a week. 8 in the morning until midnight, we'll answer our phones. If you have any questions, give us a call. If there's a video you want to see, ask us to make it for you. Thanks for joining me.